Good morning, YouTube. Been up bright and early. Uh, been looking forward to this cigar I have here, and so wasn't planning on making a video, but I might as well document this lovely cigar. Um, so here we are. What I have here is a Arturo Fuente Anejo. This one is the number 48, which means it is a 7 by 48 classic Batola, and what this is a Connecticut broadleaf Maduro wrapper that was cognac barrel aged, and this is a notoriously difficult cigar to source. Apparently, these are not easy to find, and to give it a whirl here and see what we think. I'll be pairing it with black coffee, and it's always a good pairing with a cigar. I didn't want to take too much, so let's toast this thing up, get it going, and see what we think. Of course, I'm using a soft flame, my preferred method, especially with a little 48 ring gauge. It's no trouble. There we go. I'm a big fan of the soft flame, and looking at options online for a refillable soft flame lighter, there's not a, oh man, my mustache is getting out of hand. I got to trim that thing up today. There's not a lot of options available. So everyone knows the beautiful ST DuPont lighters, which obviously I'll never own one. But I did see some reviews online where a guy's Chinese made clone, knockoff one was working better than his actual one. So I went ahead and found one of the better reviewed Chinese made ones and ordered me a $40 ST DuPont knockoff lighter. We'll see how it works when it gets here, but I'm actually looking forward to playing with that. So obviously, I'm not spending $2,000 on a lighter. Kind of interesting having a Fuente cigar with a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper. That's certainly not um, common. Getting a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of spice from the retro. So a lot on my plate, a lot on my mind at the moment. Uh, Woke up again this morning with a phone call from my mother telling me that my dad has fallen again and is stuck in the floor and can't get up. So jump out of bed, rush up to mom and dad's house, try to get dad out of the floor. He's still working part time, and I believe that's gonna have to come to an end. Of course, they're concerned about money and all this stuff, and it's just a hard conversation to broach, a hard topic to ponder on, and it's difficult. So thinking about all of that, got work tomorrow, but I have a whole day ahead of me today. I got one kid that wants to go up to the basketball courts and shoot some hoops. So at some point that's on the plate. Leftover steak in the fridge, and we can munch on today. So plenty of cigars in the humidor that might get smoked. I got some pipe tobacco to smoke. Today is going to be the day that I try the. I can't say it, guys. That new Italian Cornell and Dill blend that everyone's smoking. I'm going to try that today. I'm very much looking forward to that. But I didn't want to do that for breakfast. We'll do that midday some point. So, all right, guys, I'm going to jot down the time here, get in the stick, and I will come back and let you know what I think. All right, guys, we are back with the Arturo Fuente Anejo, and I was doing a little reading during my little hiatus, and apparently the backstory is pretty cool in this cigar. In 1998, a hurricane came through and damaged Fuente's wrapper crop for the Opus X. The binder and filler was not damaged, and they needed to figure out something. So, just by accident, happy mistake, as Bob Ross would say, they had to figure out a wrapper to put on the Opus X binder and filler, and they had Connecticut broadleaf that was aged in cognac barrels around, and they tried it out and make it work. This thing is developing quite nice. Definitely developing in flavors, and I'm able to pick more out. This far into it, whatever you would like to call that. Remember, this was a 48 by 7, and about 35 minutes in, trying to slow my pace down because it's so delicious. But I'm getting definite cocoa notes, earthiness, leatheriness, and some kind of sweet. Everyone's calling licorice. It very well might be, but it's a subtle sweetness. Um, and pepper. And the missus tried it and said it was extremely peppery to her. That was a little while back. I think that's died off. I don't think it's overly peppery in any way. I am retrohelling on pretty much every draw because I want all the flavor I can get out of it because it's really getting good. Yep, it's a tasty one. So I will be back at the around the band area and let you know my final thoughts. All right, guys, we are back at the final third, or what I'm going to call the final third. I'm not sure. Obviously, I'm going to smoke this down to a nub. That is just how we do it here. This cigar has developed quite nice. I've had the missus try it again. She says it's still just a pepper bomb. I think it has changed into all kinds of nuanced chocolate notes, some spice. I could use a lot more. uh, Pack this puppy full of a little bit more Lajero and let's give it a whirl. But this has been a fantastic stick. The burn's been great. I've touched it up a little bit, but that's kind of my style. I just if it needs touched up, I hit it with the soft flame, and it, it works. Retrohelling almost every puff. I don't want to miss any of the flavor. This has been a delightful stick. Certainly something I'll keep my eye out for and be purchasing more of. Anyway, if it sounds like something that would interest you, I would implore you to try it out. It has a very good reputation, and apparently for good reason. Not always one of the factories I gravitate towards, but they have a great reputation, obviously for a good reason. And this stick was good, solid, good. Would purchase it again, and I believe worth the money. So keep your eye out for it, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I am well over an hour into recording this, so I got things to do. Have a great day, guys, and take care.